All right, Cooking Doc here, and who doesn't love a muffin? I love muffins, but muffins can be just as unhealthy as a cake, as a donut. If you go to Dunkin' Donuts and you think you're choosing a healthier option by getting a muffin instead of a donut, think again. Those muffins have just as many calories, just as much fat, just as many carbs as those donuts. So today we are going to make a healthier muffin. We're going to use some zucchini, we're going to use some apple, some whole grain flours, not that much sugar, and this is the perfect way to eat a morning muffin, not those Dunkin' Donut muffins. All right, let's get cooking. To make this recipe, you're going to need whole wheat pastry flour, unbleached white flour, all-purpose flour, ground flax seeds, baking soda, baking powder, ground cinnamon, salt, molasses, sugar, canola oil, apple cider vinegar, applesauce, an egg, a zucchini, and an apple. Okay, first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna mix all our dry ingredients together. Here we've got whole wheat pastry flour. Kind of makes these muffins a little bit delicate, which I love. If you don't have whole wheat pastry flour, you could just substitute a regular whole wheat flour or even spelt flour. We've got a half a cup of all-purpose white flour. We've got some ground flax seeds. If you didn't want to use an egg, you could make this vegan and just leave out the egg and the flax seeds will hold it together. We've got some baking soda, some baking powder. For the full recipe, you can find it on our website, thecookingdoc.co. We've got cinnamon. All muffins need some cinnamon. And we've got a little bit of salt. Now we're just gonna whisk up those ingredients together. Now we're gonna mix together our wet ingredients, separate from our dry ingredients. We really wanna get the essence of apple in these muffins, so we're gonna use some apple cider vinegar and some unsweetened apple sauce, in addition to the fresh apple. And then we'll get zucchini. So I'm gonna shred zucchini and apple and add it to this as well as the other wet ingredients. I've got a neutral oil, this is canola oil, molasses, that's gonna come out very slowly. Molasses really gives these muffins a nice wholesome sweet flavor. We've got our apple cider vinegar, our unsweetened apple sauce, our egg. Again, you can leave out the egg and make these vegan. Maybe just use an extra tablespoon of water instead. And then we're gonna mix our sugar in with the wet ingredients here. We're gonna whisk these all together. Let's grate some zucchini for our muffins. About 6 ounces of zucchini, which turns out to be about 1 large zucchini. Okay, now for the apple, I decided that I was gonna shred the apple as well and add it to the muffin. I've tried it both cubed and shredded. I think it's better shredded, but you could do it either way if you wanted a little different texture on the inside. The other thing you could do is you could add some nuts. Some walnuts would be great in these muffins. Let's add our shredded zucchini and our shredded apple to our wet ingredients. Just give that a little mix. It smells so good. Now we are going to make a little well in our dry ingredients. We're going to add the wet ones right in the middle. Now we're going to stir together, but we are not going to overstir. Stir just enough to get those flours wet. If you stir too much, you're going to get tough muffins. All right, we've got our oven preheated to 425 and our muffin tins coated with a nonstick cooking spray. And we are going to spread our mix in those tins. Pro tip on cooking these muffins in the oven: if you start your temperature at 425 and cook the muffins for about 5 minutes, then lower the temperature to 350 for the rest of the cooking time, you get a more evenly cooked muffin, and I think it helps them stay more moist. So we got 425, we'll put them in for about 5 minutes. Look at the beautiful color on these muffins, a nice golden brown. They're brown on the outside, moist on the inside. We make these almost weekly at our house. You could add some nuts if you wanted to change it up a little bit. We don't want an unhealthy muffin at home. You don't want something that's got a lot of sugar in it. You don't want something that's got a lot of fat in it. You want something that's got whole grains, less sugar, and also tastes good, because if it doesn't taste good, it doesn't matter how healthy it is. So work on changing your buds. We're gonna eat these muffins, and we will see you next time.